Hello everyone, West Country Explorer here. I'm off on a little 10-mile walk today from Shaftesbury to Tisbury through the countryside. So I thought I'll bring you guys along, do a little video. So hope you enjoy. Yeah, I'm just on the outskirts of Shaftesbury. Just about to see the houses there. That's the estate where I live, my workplace. That new housing estate soon be finished off. How long before all these fields get built on? Oh dear, yeah. I mean, people need to live somewhere, but at the same time it does feel a bit of a shame to see ever increasing amounts of countryside disappear under housing estates. So yeah, all good fun, all good fun. Now the route that I'm walking today, it's part of an initiative called Slow Ways. It's an organisation, well, call it organisation. Yeah, I suppose that's the right word to use. It's an organisation that started up probably about 3-4 years ago, something like that. One of my nieces sort of made me aware of it, sort of around about the time it set up. And this is finally the first time that I'm actually getting out and doing one of these slow way routes. Slow ways, what they're all about, you can go and check their website out if you want to. They've set up a network of sort of routes people can walk sort of between towns, cities, villages. It's a way of connecting all the different towns, cities and villages via sort of routes that you can walk or cycle. They're making use of existing footpaths and all the rest, so it's not like they've created brand new routes. They're just making use of existing footpaths, and it's just a way of helping to encourage people to get out and walk, you know. So where there's an area where there's a plethora of footpaths and bridle ways and all the rest, Slow Ways organisation have created a specific route from one place to another along a specific footpath, that kind of thing, and sort of said if you want to walk from A to B, here's a specific route that you can walk if you want. Other footpaths available. I mean, if you go to the website, the Slow Ways website, they explain what they're up to a lot better than what I've just explained. Yeah, so the route I'm walking today, Shaftesbury to Tisbury, is a Slow Ways route. The first one I'm actually getting around to walk. Hopefully the first of many. So yeah. Anyway, I've waffled on a bit too much about what I'm up to, so I'll bring my waffling to an end. Lovely bit of bird song. Lovely bit of bird song. Here we are, Wind Whistle Corner. I've gone that way before. That eventually leads me to the, was it the A? Is it the A20 or the A30? A30, I think it is. The main road from Shaftesbury to Salisbury. And that goes down into the woods, down into the Winkham area. I'm going to carry on this way. A while back, probably about a year or just over now, when I did my walk from Shaftesbury to the Donheads, I came down here, I went over this stile, and I went down that trackway there, off to the Donheads. But today I'm going to go along, carry on along here. I'm not actually going through either of the Donheads today, but I am kind of skirting around the edge of them, so to say. And a little bit later on in my walk, I'm going through the Wardour area, past Old Wardour Castle and New Wardour Castle, so I get to show them off a little bit. Yeah. This little stretch of the road does have a bit of an enclosed feeling to it, as a result of the fact it's kind of hemmed in by these trees, for want of a better way of putting it. But it is quite nice. It is a nice atmosphere here, not a threatening one. This is one of those, almost one of those blink and you miss it kind of footpaths. You could easily walk past it if you're not careful. It's a nice little secret tucked away footpath. Very nice. Very nice. How cool would it be to have a back garden like this that backs out onto the stream? It's a back garden that brings you to a back garden gate right next to a little footpath and a stream. I mean, this would be a great place for kids to grow up, I think. Excellent, excellent. Right, so a bridle way sign. I mean, would people bring horses up this way? I don't know. Would this be a nice way for a horse to come? I mean, I'm not a horse rider, so I honestly don't know. It might be good enough for a horse, but to my mind, this is a bit steep and unsteady for a horse to be coming up with a person on the back. I mean, footpath, yeah, but bridle way? Not convinced myself. But then, like I said, I'm not a horse rider, so I don't know. This little view here reminds me a little bit of Hanukkah Tree Tunnel over in West Sussex. It's I'm not sure of the proper name of the lane, but it's a lane that leads up to sort of Hanukkah. I think that's how you pronounce it. Spelled Halnakar, I think it is, something like that. But it's a lane that leads up to Hanukkah, and there's a windmill there as well. and it's a little lane, and it's trees either side of it, and they've grown over, a bit like what it is here, and create a bit of a tunnel effect. But Hanukkah tree tunnel, it's so much better than what we got here. Alright, we're coming up to a bit of a crossroads here. Well, crossroads of trackways, green lanes. Now that way, that leads to the A30. It's definitely the A30. Earlier on I couldn't remember if it was A30 or A20. But A30. And that goes down to Donhead St Andrew, the edge of it. Now, a while ago, I did a video on it. A while ago, I did come along, cycle along the A30 to the end of that lane. I came along here on my bike, went down that way to Donhead St Andrew, went to the Foresters for a drink, and then came back along. Did a video on it if I remember rightly. So I've done that bit. So I've done the route right to left and back again. But now I'm doing this lane. So slowly but surely, as time goes by, I explore more and more of the trackways around the area. The weather's quite nice today. It was a bit naff yesterday. Wasn't too special Monday evening either. Nice bit of bird song, lovely. Here we go. It's about a mile or so to go to Old Wardour Castle. New Wardour Castles are very close by, so just a little bit further along. This is a part of the countryside that I've not been to yet, so this is all new for me. A new walk, a new experience. Look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely views. Oh, so lovely. Oh, beautiful. Right, so that's going down there. And it's, there you go, coming out there. Come back out. I get to go along here now. There you go, well that's Wardour Newcastle, which I'll be passing soon enough. I mean, as you can see, it's not a castle in the traditional sense. It's a stately home, but nonetheless, it's called Wardour Newcastle. Well, this is very Very interesting. I guess this was one of the old main roads towards the old castle. And this, I suppose this is just one of those typical archways you get over old main roads to grand places. But just over here you can see there's the remains of some kind of a building. I've no idea what building would have been here. What I'll have to do, if I remember, when I get home, go on my laptop and find some old maps for the area. See if any of this appears on old maps from the late 19th century. I'm just going to twiddle you around a minute, guys. There is this one website that I sometimes go on a semi-regular basis. It's, what's it called? I think it's called Old Maps Online or Old Maps UK or something like that. And you can choose a particular area that you want to look at, and it gives you a selection of different OS maps you can look at for the area. I think the earliest selection of OS maps that they got on this website are the ones from the 1890s. There aren't as such any maps older than that, at least not on this website that I go on to. So when I talk about going online to look at old maps, they're not old in the grand scheme of things. They're just 130 odd years old, the oldest ones. So like I said, in the grand scheme of things, it's not massively old, is it? But no, like I said, I'm gonna see if I can spot anything on any of those maps. That's if I remember to do it. I might have forgotten to do it by the time I get home. Right, and there we are, old Wardour Castle. The proper castle. Lovely place to visit. Well worth it, I think. Well, I'm going to be going down that way in a second, going past New Wardour Castle. Oh, very nice. Oh, lovely, gorgeous, sexy, beautiful, adorable, absolutely flipping amazing countryside. Super smashing great. I'll tell you something, guys. If I was going to have a nice big old stately house in the countryside, this is the kind of countryside I'd like to have my house in. Yeah, it's very nice indeed. I'm only going to do a quick bit of recording just to show it off close up. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do recording or not, so I'm just going to be quick. Oh, just heard a school bell ring. Break time's over. Just a bit behind me is a Wardour Catholic school, primary school. Right, okay, how do I get past this? So I guess it's just a step over then. Okay. Okay. Primary school out in the countryside. What a lovely place to have a primary school, I think. Very good, very nice. Right, I'm now in a second going to be crossing the railway line. This is a now on the map, this is an official footpath along here. And you get to this bit, and it's like, ooh, crumpets. You do almost get the feeling of, should I be here? Am I legally allowed here? Well, there ain't any trains coming, but that's one thing I like. Right, let's not faff around, Dave. Let's just get across, right? But there's good visibility and all the rest. But I mean, I think I'd be aware if there was a train coming. I'd have to be pretty blind and deaf to be oblivious of that. Right. I'll tell you something, I'm enjoying this walk very much. Here we go. Nice bit. Is this Agapanthus? Agapanthus? I think that's what this is called, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the name for this type of grass. Ooh, dear me. There's a house just behind me, so I'm not going to record that. But what a lovely place to live. Somewhere like this. Oh, I could have an amazing childhood here, someone growing up here. A few big ponds down there. I'm guessing they're fish ponds. A bit like the old medieval fish ponds that used to be attached to abbeys and monasteries and such like. Oh, you get a bit of a better view on there now. I'm almost at Tisbury, not too far away now. Now, somewhere round about here, it might have been in that big open field on the other side of this hedge. Oh, hello, there's a horse there. Hello, Mr. Horse. Sorry, didn't mean to start you. Yeah, but somewhere round about here, I think it's in that field, the other side of that hedge, is the site of an older medieval village, abandoned. The medieval village of Wyke, spelt W-Y-C-K. Not to be confused with Wyke over Gillingham Way, which is, I think that's W-Y-K-E, that one's spelled. Hello, Mr. Horse. Hello, you two. Coming to the outskirts of Tisbury now. Very dirty looking water. not the kind of water I'd want to go paddling in or anything like that. If I remember rightly, it's a nice little stroll up here. Nice little park area just in that. Some lovely little seats to sit on. Oh, alright. There you go, yeah, look at that. And this is a nice little stroll into Tisbury along the side of the river. Is it a river or a stream? Well, it's supposed to be a river, wouldn't it? Yeah. There be the church. There we go. Tisbury Square at the bottom of the high street. Not a bad little place, Tisbury. Pretty. No idea what it's like as a place to live, but I expect it must be pretty nice. Well, I've just been to the co-op in Tisbury to get a chocolate bar and a bottle of drink, and I'm now gonna make my way back to the train station, get the train home to Gill, and then the bus back from Gill to Shaftesbury. So it's, I think, 10 to 2 now, so if I can get the next train home, that means I can get the, I think it's like the 2:30 bus back to Gill. If I miss the next train and have to get the train after that, that means that the bus home from Gill that I'll be on will be the school bus. Well, what I call the school bus. It's a bus that goes from Gill train station to Shaftesbury, but on the way it stops at the Gill High School and picks up all the secondary school pupils. So I like to try and avoid that bus if I can. It's always full of school kids. Bless them. But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed watching. I've had an absolutely flipping cracking little walk. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Very nice indeed. So, look forward to seeing you in the next video. And in the meantime, as usual, stay safe, take care, God bless.